Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at the World of Warcraft trading card game Onyxia's Lair raid deck. Well, that's a lot to say in one sentence. This is the special edition game extension. Unlike other decks, the raid decks were designed for players to work together to defeat a monster. In a pseudo sort of card-based roleplay game, one person takes on the role of Onyxia, and the other players play their decks. And you have to defeat Onyxia in her spawn, and get fabulous prizes. There's a treasure pack in here, supposedly, but we're going to open up and look inside. It's been a while since I've seen inside of one of these. As you can see, there's an old price tag on there. I had a bunch of these at my store, and they were very popular. Especially because it was the only way to get treasure packs at first. So as you can see, this is still sealed, and it's got a little bit of what's going on in here. This is an upper deck raid deck. Later ones were put out by Cryptozoic, but the first few were put out by upper deck. So this is the same kind of quality that you saw in the other boxes, but this is a cardboard box outer case, and these were a little more expensive than your regular starters, so you kind of had to invest a little bit to get this, because you had to buy this, and other people had to buy their own decks and put them together. So it'd be kind of tough to do this with just a basic starter deck. I think you kind of have to customize a little bit, but it's possible. Depends how many people you're playing. So let's tear inside and see what we got here. Alright, very high quality, very nice. Little foil action there. I really like these things. They were put together really well. Very thick, sturdy cardboard. The plastic on this is just like the starters. So, open it up. There's Onyxia. There should be different stages of her there. There's the rule book for how to run this. Challenge of the Black Dragonflight. Oh, yeah, of the Black Dragonflight official rulebook. So this is just a little quick start kind of guide on how to run this particular set. So not real thick, not like the regular rule books. It just sort of gives you the rules adaptations. Alright, then in the box here, we've got, need the rule book out of the way. Alright, we've got the deck, the treasure pack, and another deck. Box is really cool, got some cool art. They had a playmat for this that was some sort of promo thing. Obviously I don't have one, I used to, but they didn't hold up well over time. A lot of the playmats were pretty well made, but like all playmats, they wore out. Let's look at our big cards first here, because this is actually pretty important to the game. Get that plastic out of the way. Alright, we've got 3 different versions of Onyxia. There's stage 1, where she has 20 health, or yeah, I think it's a she. You could destroy, by flipping her, paying 10, you could destroy an opposing hero, which is pretty bad for the heroes. And then we've got Onyxia stage 2, which has 30 health, and she has long range at this point, and you can flip her to put a whelp into play for each resource you have. Use only on your turn. Not quite as good as killing someone off, but you can really swarm some people pretty good with that if you have a lot of resources out. Then we have stage 3, where Onyxia has 50 health and plus 3 attack when attacking. In this case, you can pay 20, flip Onyxia, destroy all opposing heroes. So that's pretty much a death sentence if you get to stage 3 and have 20 resources. you're probably going to win the game. So they have to stop you from getting that far. The last time I played this, I played Onyxia, and I managed to pull that off and win the game right before I died. So that was a lot of fun for me. I like winning occasionally, because I rarely do it. So let's look at these. These are both pretty big decks, so I apologize. This episode's probably going to be fairly long. We'll do the raid treasure pack last. Let's do this deck first. So, if I can get the cellophane off in a reasonable amount of time, I may have to edit that slightly. Alright. Let's get the standard card back. But these are all specifically for Onyxia. None of these cards are for heroes at all. So we have Wrath of Onyxia, destroy all opposing allies. We have a Wing Buffet, or Wing Buffet, I'm pretty sure it's Buffet. Exhaust all opposing allies they can't ready during the controller's next step, which is pretty awesome. Whelp Pits, pay 1, ongoing at the start of your turn. If it's stage 2, roll a die and put that many whelps into play. Destroy the Whelp Pits, roll a die and put that many whelps into play. So that one's pretty fantastic. You got a Trample card. That's an ongoing. Onyxia has +2 attack while attacking. When Onyxia attacks, you may exhaust target ally. So if you're attacking allies, they're going to take some damage with a +2 for her attack, and they're going to get exhausted either way. Tossed into a hatchery, place a whelp into play for each opposing ally. Tooth and Claw, ongoing. Onyxia has +5 while attacking. You get enough of these, you're going to have some pretty bad attacks. Thrash, destroy Thrash, ready Onyxia. That's pretty handy. Oh yeah, I'm ready again. I'm going to attack you again. Tail Swipe, destroy target ability, ally, or equipment. Shattering Scales, destroy all opposing abilities and equipment. Roasted Flesh, destroy it. Onyxia deals 3 fire damage to target opposing hero or ally. And that's a 1. Meaningless Exertion, destroy target ally or interrupt ability. Learn your place mortal, draw cards until you reach your maximum hand size. That's a good one to hold as your last card there. Lava Cracks, that's a level 3 only. Knock away, prevent all damage that would be dealt. How Fortuitous, draw a card for each opposing hero. That's good early on when you have lots of heroes and you haven't murdered everyone. Home Lair Advantage, you can't be targeted by opponents and your cards can't be interrupted. A Head Slam, and as additional cost to play Head Slam, put up 5 damage on Onyxia. Onyxia deals that amount of melee damage to each opposing ally. I won't play that one too much, I don't think. It's kind of risky. Foolish Mortals, destroy this, prevent the next 5 damage that would be dealt to her. So you could probably throw that out right before you play the other one. Fire Breath, Onyxia deals X fire damage to each opposing heroes and allies, where X is the current stage. Engulfing Flames, that's an ongoing. You attach it, sorry I can't talk, to opposing hero ally, and Onyxia deals 5 fire damage to it. And at the start of your turn, Onyxia deals X fire damage to the attached character, where X is the current stage. Dragonhide, you tap it, prevent 2 damage that would be dealt to Onyxia. Draconic Rage, Draconic Might, those are pretty self-explanatory. Devour, you deal melee damage. Deep Breath, stage 2 only. Crush, you destroy an ally. Burninate, destroy all opposing abilities, allies, and equipment. That's expensive though, that's 8. Brood of Onyxia, stage 2 only. You put 10 whelps into play. That card is fantastic, but it's all stage 2 only. But you throw 10 whelps out there right away, oh, that could get ugly real fast. You're going to drain their resources. Bellowing Roar, put all stage 3 only. Put all opposing allies into their owner's hands. Opponents can't play allies until after your next turn. Another lesson, when Onyxia deals combat damage to an ally, readier. Wrath of Onyxia, another destroy all allies. Exhaust all allies with your Wing Buffet. Another Whelp Pit, another Trample. tossed into the hatchery again, Tooth and Claw, another Thrash, another Tail Swipe, Shattering Scales, Roasted Flesh, Meaningless Exertion, Learn Your Place Mortals, Lava Cracks, another Knockaway, How Fortuitous, Home Lair Advantage, Head Smash, Foolish Mortals, Flame Breath, Engulfing Flames, Dragon Hide, Draconic Rage, Draconic Might, Devour, Deep Breath, Crush, Burninate, Brood of Onyxia. Yeah, that's the put 10 whelps into play. So there's 2 of those in there, which is pretty handy. Bellowing Roar, and another Lesson. So it looks like you get about 2 cards of each for the most part. There might be 1 or 2 that only have 1, but pretty good deck. Most of these cards are pretty handy. Getting a couple of the stage 3 ones would be kind of crappy at the beginning, but overall, pretty fun deck. Very difficult if you do it right. So let's take a look at what these guys look like. These are the whelps. And I believe that there's some other cards in there too. Yeah, these are mostly whelps. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 peanut butter sandwiches, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 whelps. 20 of them. So you get a couple of good cards, you can have quite a few out there. And now these are your other cards, your resource cards. You got a Wingstorm, which exhausts everybody at Take Cover. Opponents choose a player. Prevent all the damage that would be dealt to heroes and allies in that player's party this turn. So these don't necessarily help you, but you get enough of them out there and you can really annihilate them. Smoke and Ash lets you destroy some stuff. Seize the Moment. Second Wind. These mostly help the other players as opposed to the dragon. Searing Flames, you may destroy a target ability. Sacrificial Meal, each opponent destroys one of his abilities, allies, or equipment. Rain of Fire, pretty obvious you're breathing fire on them. Quicken the Pace, put the top card of the event deck into your resource row face down. Each opponent puts the top card of his deck into his resource row face down. So instead of playing one of these, everybody puts one face down, and it's just a regular resource instead of the event. Playing with your food, Lesser of Two Evils. Lead from the front, opposing heroes have Protector this turn, which kind of stinks. Imposing Presence, put the top X cards of the event deck into your resource row face down where X is the current stage. That could kind of cost you. The high cost of Dragon Slaying, you may destroy target equipment. Hidden Resources, each opponent reveals the top 2 cards of his deck. He may put a revealed ally card into his hand and the rest at the bottom of his deck. He who hesitates, opponents exhaust all of their resources. Growing Rage, draw X cards where X is the stage. Fuel for Fire, draw a card for each opposing hero. Feeding Time, you put whelps in play where the X is the current stage. Fickle Fate, play another event after this one. Both go into your resource row. Opposing allies have Ferocity on Dragon Slayers. Down the Gullet, you may destroy target ally. Claw Bite, you deal 1 melee damage. Chink in the Armor, opponents may destroy target ally. Charred Bones, Burn to a Crisp. Broken Ranks, Break in the Action, each player draws a card. Battle Plan, each opponent draws a card. Blunder into the Eggs, put a whelp into play for each opposing hero. Those whelps have Ferocity this turn. That's pretty handy. So that's what the resources and whelps look like. Let's look at our treasure pack and see what we got. Maybe there's something super cool in here. And maybe not. But there's usually pretty cool stuff in these. And of course they should all be foils. And they are labeled Onyxia at the bottom. We've got Tricks of the Trade, Instant Subtlety, It's an ability. Friendly heroes can't be targeted by opponents this turn. Spread the word. Ongoing damage dealt by friendly heroes can't be prevented. Shard of the Scale. You pay 2, destroy it, put the top card of your deck into your resource row face down and exhausted. Coordinated attack. Ongoing. Friendly heroes have tap. This hero deals 1 range damage to target hero or ally. Onyxia Hide Backpack. Discard an equipment card. Draw a card. Ring of Binding. Opponents pay 1 more to play abilities that target your hero. Lord Alexander's Battle Axe. Yeah, that's all. Nothing special about it. Viscag the Bloodletter. When your hero deals combat damage with Viscag the Bloodletter to an ally without damage on it, destroy that ally. That's a pretty cheap one. It only does 1/1, but you can destroy allies pretty good. Onyxia's Blood Talisman. Friendly allies have +2 health. That's really good. That's a purple. And Helm of Wrath. Pay 1, tap. When target ally can attack your hero this turn, it can attack only your hero. When you play a weapon ability, ready Helm of Wrath. Another purple. There are 33 total Onyxia treasure cards that you can get. And you get a fair amount. You get 10 of them per pack. So you got a pretty good chance of getting something good if there is anything good in here. Which, there's a couple of good ones in there. So yeah, pretty cool. It's a really nice set. It's a really fun addition to the game. And the fact that you get to play against the dragon for some treasure cards, and just teaming up against the dragon is pretty challenging, and it's pretty fun. So if you're going to play World of Warcraft, I highly recommend getting these raid decks. This one was a lot of fun to play, and all of them are slightly different. There's a few that are cooperative, more so like adventuring types, like the Assault on Ice Crown Citadel is a lot different than this one. Even Molten Core is different, but it's a nice change of pace. They're pretty cheap to pick up. I think you could find these online for around 10 or 15 bucks right now, as of this recording in 2016, almost 2017 as of this filming. But yeah, you can pick them up pretty cheap. The game's out of print, obviously, because most of the games we talk about here are. But this, I like this game a lot, and I really liked the change that this offered other than the usual one-on-one PvP sort of thing. So this was a lot of fun. I liked looking inside again. I haven't seen one of these decks in a long time, and there's some pretty decent treasure cards. So if you're interested in playing World of Warcraft, I highly recommend trying the raid deck with your friends. See how you do, and see the strategies you could do with Onyxia and how it stacks up against the decks. Because it really does change the way you play, and changes how your deck is probably built. So that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on What's Inside.